Hello students, welcome back to the geography classes. So in the previous class I gave you some activities. I told you to find out the direction by facing a rising sun or a setting sun, and also I told you to find out the pole star in the sky. I hope you all must have tried to do it. If you are able to do it, it's well and good, and if you have not done, please do it because it's going to help you a lot, you can say, in your later life. So and if you have any doubt, like you were not able to find out the direction, and if you're not able to spot out a pole star, then just let me know. So now let's next topic that we are going to take today is the scale. It is another important component of the map. The scale is another important component of the map. And what is a scale? A scale is a measuring line that shows the relation of the distance between two places on a map to the actual distance on the ground. Now what does it mean? It means, like, for example, we have to find out distance between these two places like Bhopal and Lucknow. So first of all, we will, with the help of a scale, a normal ruler actually, we will measure what is the difference between Bhopal and Lucknow in the centimeter. So once we came to know that these two have a difference of these many centimeter, like 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, then accordingly we convert to a scale. Because as I told you, it's written here that this map is not to scale, but most of the map, the important maps, the perfect maps are drawn up to a scale, and it's mentioned that 1 centimeter covers how many kilometer. So most of the time 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 50 kilometer on the actual ground. So for example, if I'm just giving you an example, if Bhopal and Lucknow are 4 or like you can say 5 centimeters far away from each other, so what we will do is that, and I told you 1 centimeter most of the time is equal to 50 kilometer, so we will convert it to kilometer. So 50 into 5 equal to what? Equal to 250 centimeter, 250 kilometer. I'm just giving you a rough idea. It's not the actual distance between Bhopal and Lucknow, but I'm just telling you what does a scale do. So a scale helps us in finding the exact actual distance between 2 points. So on the map it is shown on centimeter, but then when we measure it for the actual ground, then we convert it into kilometers. And most of the map, 1 centimeter is equal to you can say 50 kilometer. And then there are different types of scale. One is the verbal scale or a statement. Second is the binumerical fraction or representative fraction, and third is graphic or linear scale. The first scale is the verbal scale or a statement. A verbal scale is a very normal type of scale in which like you can say this is the scale is measured in words. For example, it's written like this: 1 centimeter on the map represents 50 kilometer on ground. So this is a verbal scale. That means it's a full statement, one full statement. Most of the time it's written on the map like this: 1 centimeter on the map represents 50 kilometer on ground. Okay, so this is a verbal scale. Verbal scale is the one when the scale is expressed in a statement. Now second is representative fraction or RF. Now this is what? It's given in a type of ratio. And this scale is not in a statement, is not written as a statement, but it's written in a numerical method. So the numerical fraction method of writing scale is known as representative fraction. And what does it mean? This is a method that shows the ratio that shows the ratio between distance on the map to the distance on the ground. Always remember, RF is, or representative fraction, is the ratio between the distance on the map to the distance on the ground. And this scale is mostly used in the maps right now. And how is it written? It's written like this: 1:50,000. 1:50,000. And what does it mean? It means that 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 50,000 centimeter on the ground. Okay. So as I told you, verbal statement, a verbal scale is written as like a statement, and representative fraction is written in a numerical way, and that is 1:50,000 or whatever be the scale. So it means 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 50,000 centimeter on the ground. So remember, RF is the distance on the map upon distance on the ground. And there are two ways to write RF. One is in the form of ratio, and you can say also it's written like representative fraction, 1/50,000. That means 1 centimeter is equal to 50,000. 1 centimeter on map is equal to 50,000 centimeter on the ground. So there are two ways in which we write this. You can say representative fraction. One is in the form of ratio, other is in the form of a fraction. So this is very popular method. Then the graphical scale or the linear scale. In this kind of scale, like the relationship between a particular distance on the map and the actual, the same thing. You can say whether it is verbal scale or the linear, you can say our representative fraction or a linear scale. They all shows what? They all shows the relation between between, you can say, distance on the map and the actual distance on the ground. But these are different ways in which this relation is shown. Now it is drawn up to what scale? 2 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. This is a little different because here 2 centimeter represent 1 kilometer. 2 centimeter on the map covers 1 kilometer on the actual ground. And this is how the linear scale is drawn. Now to the right of like you can say, here we have the number 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the kilometers. Okay, that means 2 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. 2 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. Now on the left of this 0, on the right of the 0 we have kilometers, and on the left of the 0 this is divided into 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's divided into you can say 10 parts, and each part shows what? Each part shows 100 meter. And as you know, how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? 1,000. 1,000 meters are there in 1 kilometer. So this is just to show, you can say, this shows the exact distance, because we can you can say show the kilometers, we can also show the meters. For example, like Delhi to Agra is, you can say, 100 kilometer and 500 meters. So this is also the way that we can show with the help of a linear scale. So this is the most accurate method because we get the you can say almost accurate distance from this method. So I told you about these three methods. Remember, verbal scale, representative fraction, and graphic scale. Representative fraction and verbal scale are almost same. Graphic scale is a little different. Now the significance of map study and colors. Maps provide us a lot of information, but we need to understand the signs and symbols which are given on the map. If we are not able to understand those signs and symbols, then map will become useless for us. The first thing that we are going to study is the colors. Different colors represent different kind of landforms and different kind of things. For example, if you see the yellow color on the map, then it will show that this is a cultivable land, means agricultural land, or it's a plateau or a desert and a plain area. If you see the green color, it shows forest area or a lowland area. If you see the white color on the map, it will show rocky area or a bad land, and that means uncultivable land, the land which cannot be cultivated, the land on which agriculture cannot be practiced. If you see the blue color, it shows perennial lined well. Perennial means those wells which have water throughout the year. Okay, that supplies water throughout the year. Perennial streams means those river streams which have water throughout the year. Lakes and ponds and water bodies in general. Blue is mainly for the water bodies, and we see if it's brown color, then it shows contour lines. I'll explain you about the contour lines later on. And the height, and you can say, and the height of the mountains and all, and especially mountains are represented by the brown color. Contour lines and the height of the mountain, it's all shown by the help of brown color. Then black color shows dry streams and surveyed trees. Dry stream means the streams which have got dry, which have no water, these are shown by the black color. And surveyed tree means the tree which have been counted by the government. Okay, the government counts the trees in each and every area. Those trees are known as surveyed tree. So surveyed tree are also shown by black color. Then red color shows permanent huts, settlements, cities, houses are shown by this red color. Permanent huts or the settlements and the cities, they all shown by red color. So you have to remember all these colors, and this chart you all have to draw in your notebook also. Okay, so these colors you have to always remember, because the same thing you will be studying till your class 10th. These color, you can say, will help you in understanding the maps, and this will continue, as I told you, till your class 10th. So let me stop here, and yes, you have to draw this table in your geography notebook, and also try to locate that pole star as well as the direction by facing the sun. Goodbye, take care.